Welcome back, folks, to the Lighthead Online Video Show. This episode of the show and every episode of Lighthead is brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Light made easy. What's up, Greggy?
Story time, Mike.
Okay.
Seems like we do these from time to time. So I'm going to paint another little story that I'm working on right now. And you get to tell me live and on this podcast what you suggest I do. And then other people get to comment on it, I hope, too, because it's something that might come up more often. Here's what happened. I did a lighting control system, a real nice high-end one, okay, in a hockey rink. And we installed it in November of 2017. And after we did that, we had some issues with drivers not being compatible, whatever. So we replaced some drivers in May of 2018. And then we added another rink. They have a few rinks in this one facility. We added another one with the same control system in November of 2018 off the same controls. Now this control is fancy. You know, it's got the iPad, everything. You can control it from everywhere. So perfect for a hockey rink where they want to have a guy up here, be able to control the rink down here, turn on the intro if they want people coming in the rink and all that. And then they can make spectator and game time and practice and different levels of light. Since we did that in November of 18, we had 4 go backs. We had January of 2019, April of 2019, December of 2019, and November of 2020. And we were actually paid for our control over a year after we installed it. So a lot of issues, as you can see, right? And then March 2021, which is where we're at right now, he wants to add another rink using these same systems. After we work out the kinks, it's a great system. And we're working through the details for about 3 weeks. So yesterday I get a phone call from the manufacturer rep who worked with me on this, who spec'd this, who told me everything about this system as being, the best system, next big thing. Back in 2017, that was a while ago in terms of controls. But I got to say the name because it's really frustrating. This is from a major company, Ideal Industries. You've heard of Ideal, right? Like the Dallas disconnects and everything.
Beep.
You know about those guys, right?
Yeah. Beep. I'll bleep it out later, I guess. Yeah, I know who they are.
Yeah, okay. Well, they have a system called Odyssey. And this is an advanced wireless control system. Great system. You know where else I have it? Right here in my office.
Mm-hmm.
Color changing. I've got all the capabilities in it. They have it at Wrigley Field. They have it at San Francisco International Airport. They have it at Mile High Stadium. I got a phone call yesterday that they're shutting it down and no longer servicing it as of October of 2021. So in 7 months, they're going to stop servicing this. They're going to stop making it. And now I've got one customer. I think about all these other ones that are out there all over the country that use this. Now, Ideal bought Cree. I don't know all the backing of it, but it's companies you expect. And as a lighting distributor, I expect to be around. And I took their advice and I got to a customer. Now I have to go to my customer who wants to continue on with this, wants to add another rink, has this whole facility this way. And I'm going to have to tell him he's going to have to do that rink on a different system. And then he's going to ask about the systems he's on. And what am I going to tell him? Change everything? You spent a lot of money on this high-end, spec grade system. And now what are we going to do? I know we talk a lot about the downfalls of control, but this is a major one. And I know I called out the name on this, and we can beep it out if you want, but at the same time, I want them to reply to this.
Hey, Scott, can you look up and see if there's a press release on that we can share on the screen during the show?
There is no press release. They're not even announcing it. This might be the press release. Because you look on their Twitter, you look on their website, they don't say anything about being done. This is coming from the manufacturer rep. And I talked to the rep, and I said, what do you suggest I do? And they said, we don't know. We would have never told you to go this route if we would have known they were going to shut it down. They're frustrated. So, yeah, I'm saying names right now and whatever we want to do with it. But at the same time, big company, someone you trust, someone that should be around, what are they going to do about it? What do they expect us to do? What should I do, Mike?
I'm speechless, bud. Because I called this. How many times have I talked about this?
Yeah, all the time. We talk about the issues with controls.
Future-proof. This is a joke, buddy.
Yeah.
Future-proof.
And especially major company like this. Like I'm going to take their side.
No, dude. Listen. First of all. Okay. I told you my house was future-proof 2005, right? But then they made the 18-prong Apple iPad thing no longer available, stopped supporting the software. And now I have to keep this Apple iPad that I have actual downloaded music on in order to be able to use the in-home stereo system in that house. I have an iPad from 2000 and whatever, 2008 or something. And then nothing else is supported. I've talked about this over and over and over again ad nauseum on this show. Future proof. What a joke. I've talked about downloading the software. Android Marshmallow doesn't work with Android Bibbop. Mm-hmm. I've talked about it, man. Predicted it. I hate to say I told you so. I mean, oh, man, that's dirty. That is so dirty.
And this is a system that it's something I didn't push at all. The customer asked. They said they want to be able to do this. They want to be able to do that. So that I go around and I say, all right, it's 2017. Who has this capability? And there's quite a few, but not as many as there is now, maybe. But at the time, it was like, all right, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. Because he told me about his plans for the future. And I'm thinking, all right, Ideal is huge. Cree, big company, Odyssey. There's someone that you trust to be around. And they're just going to shut it down and not tell us why or how or what we need to do about it.
Well, they've just handed their customer a crazy Odyssey. Now their customer has to go on an adventure to figure out this problem. Good name for the software, actually. But it's not what it does. It's what it became. It became an Odyssey for that small little rink and for San Francisco Airport and for Wrigley Field and everybody else. They're on an Odyssey now, trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do when they stop supporting this software. And that guy, he's going to have two systems. Yeah, because life in 2021 is so much easier. Like, come on, buddy. That is absolutely shameful. It's a betrayal. It's a betrayal. Is what it is.
That's what I feel like. And now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to... I haven't even explained that to my customer right now. This happened yesterday, so I'm still thinking it through, and I wanted to do it live and on the show. What do you do from here? Do you just tell them? You got to... I mean, you just got to lay out the facts. I mean, I'm going to shut down. I'll probably never get a sale there again. If I were him, I probably wouldn't buy from me.
No, you just got to sit on the right side of the table.
I'm going to try.
I would go in there and say, so before you go in there, I'd said, I've already spoken with my attorney, and I'm not sure how we are going to handle this. But we're this is a deep betrayal. And I don't know if you know, but I'm the host of the world's #1 lighting podcast and video show. And I've already talked about it. I can send you the link. And we're really pissed, and we're not covering this up for them. We're going to bring it out hot because this issue needs to be in the industry right now. And unfortunately for them, they have done something that is possibly, I mean, do they have any warranties on their system?
Yeah.
Do they have anything in writing about this?
I haven't delved into, but yeah, they have warranties.
Yeah, and so, in case we are mistaken on this, that's how I would. That's your solution.
Yeah.
You have a conversation. You literally have a conversation with your lawyer. You explain the situation, and you say firmly, "I am on the team that is not getting sued."
Right.
And you say, on this side of the table is Premier Lighting and ice hockey rink that got burned. We're on this side of the table. And we got your back, brother. And we're going to do everything we can for you, our customer. We're never going to betray you. We're never going to play that game. We're never going to do that. We'll always be here for you. And you bring that and you write that in a letter. And you hand it to them and you talk to them and say, this is our official position on this. And we got your back 100%. We're always going to be there for you. I'm absolutely shocked and flabbergasted and disgusted about this. And I'm hoping that manufacturer's rep has it wrong. And whoever's responsible for this over at Ideal, sending customers on post-installation odysseys to find a new system, whoever's responsible for this over there, they're welcome to come and explain, how that was a mistake to the hosts of the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast. Whenever they feel like it's appropriate, we have an open invitation to you. So your voice can be heard. But yeah, how you solve that problem is all a matter of positioning. Position yourself to be on the side of the customer's table, and you already have something in the works that you're working on to make sure that whatever happens, we're a team together, brother. And when the shootings, when the war starts or whatever, I don't want to get into war analogies, but it kind of is a war. When the shit hits the fan, some people run and some people stay. You make sure you stay and find a way to sit beside your customer. And then after that, when you get through that, they'll always be your customer. This is an opportunity. This is not a problem. Yeah. This is an opportunity. This is the best opportunity that, maybe you've had in your career to take a stand. Take a stand. And not just against thick Bloody Marys, brother.
All right. It ties in nicely. You got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Whew. This has been the Light 10 Online Video Show, and Greg's about to keep it real easy because it's when you got to do the right thing. It's easy. It's easy to do the right thing. It's just sometimes it's hard. Well, we got an update, Greg, and there's been an official press release on this whole Odyssey situation. Why don't you go ahead and read it there, bub?
Okay, yeah. So we recorded the content that's right before this a few days ago, and then we got this official statement here. We have different clothes on, so that proves the point that this is a different day. So this is from Cree Lighting, a company of Ideal Industries, announced that we made the decision to implement end of life for the Odyssey wireless lighting controls product portfolio. Recognizing the difficulty this change has on some customers, we will, number one, is continue to honor the Odyssey warranty and support Odyssey products in the field, and maintain the Odyssey cloud server for a period of 5 years until October 29th of 2026, and accept new orders through May 28th of 2021. And ship product and provide startup services through October 29th of 2021. We want to do the very best we can for our customers now and in the future. Okay, that's nice. But why is anybody going to buy anything new right now? And what happens after 5 years? If you know your system is going away, there's no reason to say that you can still buy new product. I'm confused by it.
I don't understand why they didn't provide a reason. Like, why?
I think the reason right there
What's
says
the
change has on some customers. The key word is some.
No, but
not many people
why are you sunsetting this product?
That's what I'd like to know. That's because I can't tell my customer until I have some reason. This is still a couple of days later, and I haven't shared this with my customer yet. What am I supposed to do? Read him this statement, and he'll naturally say, "Why? You told me it was a good product," and I said, "Yeah. Great company, someone you trust, and this is what we get."
There's no reason. Like, why are you sunsetting the product? Is it failing? Is there a problem with it? Is it a bad product? Like, what's the reason?
No one buying it? Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is, like, aren't there hardware components that go with this?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah,
so
in my case, every fixture has a hardware component.
Right. So what happens if one of those hardware components fails after the October deadline?
You're out. Get a new system.
And why would somebody order like a whole bunch of stuff in May when they know that it's sunsetted in 5 years? Like, you can order now, but in 5 years then you're tits up. So finish what you were doing. And then you got the countdown's on, brother. I'm not satisfied with that.
I'm not either. But we read it. Now you guys have your opinion. You can hear our version, and then you hear the statement, and that's where it's at.
I'm not satisfied with that. And you know what? If someone from Cree wants to come on the show, and there's amateur hour. My phone rang while on the show here, but if someone from Cree wants to come on the show and talk to us about this, we're happy to have them. But for right now, that has been the Light 10 Online Video Show. This episode of the show, and every episode of the show, is brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. That's KeystoneTech.com. Light made easy.